One of the bad habits that entrepreneurs have when we first meet them, they get in touch with Strategic Coach or we get in touch with them. One of their worst habits is that they think that working harder and working longer, in other words, working overtime, is the solution to them achieving bigger goals. And of course, there's nothing from my 46 years of coaching entrepreneurs. I've personally coached more than 6,000 entrepreneurs. And I don't have any example of anyone working harder and longer and achieving bigger goals in a way that actually does them any good. They can do it. In other words, they can pick one part of their life, usually it's revenues or profits, and they'll focus on it, but it's at the cost of their relationships with their family, and with their team members. And so they overload one part of their life, but it deprives them of any success in the other part of their life. And there's a reason for that, because your brain gets tired. So there's a certain point where you're creative, and then after doing it for a short period of time, usually I have about 2 hours of really all-out creative activity in a day, and usually it happens before noon because I get up early. And so after 12 o'clock, I never expect that I'm going to do any creative work. I can do work that's predictable. I can do work that I already know how to do it, but I can't do creative work. And so you have to know when you're on and when you're off. Trying to do your best work just isn't going to work. So you might as well do some personal time or do something different. And what we find is that the more free time that entrepreneurs take, the more creative they become. And the more creative they become, the more successful they are in terms of revenues and profits. So I can just give you a simple tip that working longer and working harder isn't going to get you to your goals. Working less, but being very energetic and creative when you're working less actually produces 10 times greater results.